All right, this is my 1936 Ford pickup. I posted a couple videos online and people seem to show interest on it. So I figured I'd just say a little bit of what I've done to it so far since I bought it. I dropped the front about 4 inches and pushed the axle forward. So it has that old school hot rod look. I did not drop the axle, but I can still do that later and get even a lower front. Let me show you how I did that. So in here, this is where the original cross member used to be. It ran across the front engine mounts. I cut that off and moved the cross member forward, welded it to the frame, and then I split my wishbones. I attach a new perch bolt. So originally for 1936 Fords, you had your spring in the front over here, and then you had the axle behind it. I did not really like that look because it makes your wheels go way in the back, and I wanted to get that hot rod look to the truck. So I think I will need to cut this off because I need to mount shocks here, but I haven't done that yet. I was still messing with it still, and last couple of days. I have a reverse I spring over here, so it's even lower than the stock, maybe a couple inches. I don't know. It's a small spring, and it's smaller than the original one because the original went all the way over here. So this is a little bit smaller, and it's also lower, which is cool. The bones, so I split them. I welded the bunks over here at the end. This is just bolted to the frame for now, but I do plan on welding it and give it more rigidity. It's pretty strong already. But yeah, these are the original split wishbones. And I did a little pie cut in the front over here so I could get the right angle. I set caster in my axle to about 7.5 inches or so, degrees, 7.5 degrees. So the axle's tilted backwards like this towards the driver passenger. I've done a bunch of stuff to the engine. When I got it, it was not running. Had a bad fuel pump, so I replaced that. The engine was able to run, but it was overheating. So when that happened, I started working on the cooling system. So I got a new aluminum radiator. I did a little maintenance on the fan. Just needed to oil it. I got these cool looking chrome tubes. What else? Oh, I did new water pumps. They're like high flow water pumps. Maybe that's better or not, I don't know. I did the new Edelbrock aluminum heads. Torqued them a few times. I think I did like 4 torques to 60 foot-pounds. When I bought it, the guy had this manifold. It's an offenhouser manifold, but he had only one carburetor, and the other one he had it blocked off. I don't think that works so well because you starve the rear cylinders. And maybe I don't know if that's the reason it was overheating, but this should help give it better air to the engine. So I got, the rear carburetor. That's a cheap Chinese from Amazon. Yeah, it runs now, but I haven't tuned them, and I got a new Mallory distributor that I need to still make sure it's timed correctly. I still need to bolt this thing in place. With the new heads, it doesn't bolt in the new position. And I think before it was more like right here. Now it's got to be pushed forward a little. What else? Oh, the steering box. I took it all out. Took the steering column and the box out to paint it. It was pretty muddy and rusty. It just looked pretty nasty over there. So I cleaned it all up, Did a few coats of paint. I put new, I think they want, these old vintage steering boxes want corn head grease. So I put some new grease in it, and it's able to steer pretty well now. It's still rough, but you know, it works better. The wheels are from a 1935 Ford wheels. They're 16-inch all across. I have, these are radial Cocker tires. I have 550 in the front, and the back I'm running 750, so it's more raked. In the back I have the stock suspension. I haven't messed with that yet, but I don't think I need to. I mean, it has that look already. I do eventually plan on maybe dropping the axle, but that's expensive, so I haven't done that yet. But yeah, right now you can see I have the stock axle. I want to drop it. It'll give me about maybe 2 or 3 more inches in the front. The brakes, these are from a 1950 Ford pickup, F1 brakes. I got the whole axle, the tie rod, and brakes from some guy on Facebook for about $100. So I was able to put these in here. Originally, the guy I bought it from had disc brakes in the front, and he had modern wheels, like American racing wheels, big tires. Didn't really go with the look. So I replaced the brakes. Oh, this one was getting locked up too. That's the main reason I replaced them. The disc brake was getting locked up, and you couldn't drive it at all. So I replaced that with the old school brakes. They work really well. Was pretty surprised. I had to grind my my spindles a little bit for this hose to fit in place, but aside from that, it bolts in place. It's pretty easy, not too bad at all. I'm running my brake lines across the cross member over there. It looks kind of trash right now, but I ordered some clips to clip it in place and bend them better. Yeah, you can see here the suspension. So that's a smaller spring, but it's able to drop it pretty substantially now. And you know, it's stock axle. I still want to go lower on that. What else? I kind of like the way of these headers, the look. I might mount the exhaust to the bottom from here, so that you know it's not so loud, because right now it's very loud. It's able to run. Maybe I'll start it up. Show you the interior a little bit. So I think this came stock with wooden floors. I don't know about the seat area. I don't know if this came metal, but whatever. I mean, maybe I'll just get new wood, give it a better look. The guy who I bought it from had bucket seats in here from Chevy van. They really did not work very well. The seats were pushed all the way forward, as you can see from the stains here. And your headrest was in the middle of the window, so you could not see through the rear window at all. So I'm building a bench seat to go on the truck. I already have it almost finished. Maybe I'll post a picture. But yeah, it's gonna really make it way roomier in here than the way he had it. You couldn't really drive very well. I mean, your knees were hitting the column, the steering wheel. You can see here the new paint on the steering column. I rebuilt the ignition system here. This was the original ignition switch. Right now it's locked up. So I rebuilt it with the new set of keys. There. Okay. These are 1930s Hurt keys cylinder, and I haven't bolted it in place. It needs to be bolted, but I still gotta do that. I have all the original gauges. I have not put them in place because I want to clean them up and try and rebuild those somehow. Whoever had this before had like these trash cages, you know. I'm not trying to do that. This is the ignition switch right now. I need to rewire these to the original one, and then you have your starter button, the horn. I want to put the horn in the original place again, but I haven't done that yet. This originally had a long rod that went all across the steering box. Somebody cut it off and threaded a bolt, cut the head off. I don't know, it might work. I just gotta run a wire and wire it to the contact here so the horn works again. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. I'll keep posting videos, I guess. You know, see how it looks. I kind of dig the paint. It's just primer, but it looks very 50s, and it's kind of the look I want. Eventually I think I'll paint it so it looks, you know, clean and not like a rat rod. People call these a rat rod. It makes me so mad. Whatever, you know. To me, this is a hot rod. This is what hot rods look like, you know. So, yep.